Hello, we are meeting again on this very channel, and I am sure concerning the topic we are about to discuss, you already have an idea of what it is. That you have an idea that the church you attend today actually matters. Are you aware that the church you attend today will determine whether you make heaven? The first we are going to be discussing is the church of men. The church of men. You can say the church of men and women. In Matthew chapter 15, if we read from verse 7 to verse 9, we are told, Jesus himself told us, that there are people who worship God with just their lips, but their heart is far from God. And these people, they use the traditions, the rules, the creed made by men. Church of men, the head is a man. Church of men, what they use is the constitution written by the board members. These people, they actually gather together to worship God according to their own dictates. These are the church of men. Before I move to the other type of church, I want us to take a look at the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 1 from verse 10 to verse 13. In verse 12, the Bible says Paul was telling the Corinthians, some of you say that I belong to Apollos, some to Cephas, and some to Christ. Is Christ divided? In verse 13. Any church that comes as a result of dividing is a denomination. So churches that stream or that comes from the original church, they are called denominations. And this is not proper. The Bible is against division when it comes to the children of God. In fact, Jesus Christ prayed for unity, that his followers, his disciples will be one in all the ages. Now, considering the other type of church in the scriptures we saw is the church that Jesus promised. Before Jesus promised concerning this church, it has been prophesied about. Joel prophesied about it, Joel chapter 2. Isaiah also prophesied about it, Isaiah chapter 2. And Daniel also prophesied about it when he was interpreting the dream of Nebuchadnezzar the king. In Daniel chapter 2, and if we read verse 44, the scriptures mention the kingdom that God is going to set up by himself. When Jesus came, he promised that he's going to build his church. And not just that, he fulfilled this promise. And that is on the day of Pentecost. Jesus told his disciples that the church is going to spread from Jerusalem, where he is going to start, and then spread to Judea, and from Judea to Samaria, and from Samaria to all other parts of the world. Now, concerning the church that Jesus built, as we have mentioned, is that Christ is the head and the founder of the church. And that is what we saw in Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15, and also Ephesians chapter 5, verse 23. These scriptures made us to understand that Jesus Christ is the founder and also the head of the church. In John chapter 4, verse 23 and 24, we saw that this is where true worship is carried out. And in the Matthew chapter 15, 7 to 9, that we find out this is where true worship is carried out. And anybody that wants to worship God today truthfully has to worship God in spirit and in truth. And then you will be expecting that by the grace of God, you make heaven. Now, when you discover that I am in the church of men, that I actually want to be in the right place, what should you do? 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17. The Bible says you should come out of them. Come out. This is the only way you can set. Jesus has already set you free, but there are things you needed to do for you to be free. Jesus has done his part. You need to do your part. You need to come out of error. You need to come out of such and be found in the church that Jesus built. One thing about the truth is that it is always bitter, and it makes certain people to get angry, especially when they felt that the person speaking the truth is supposed to keep quiet when others are talking. This is the truth, and truth will only set you free from error. Truth will set you free from falsehood. Truth will set you free from your self-deceit. Truth will set you free from sin. This is what truth can do. And I plead that you accept the truth. God bless you.